been a minute since we've had our last Hajime no Ippo video, and today we're back with the top 5 fights. For anime onlys, don't worry, I'm gonna put a timestamp where you might be spoiled. Enjoy, it's gonna be an amazing thriller. I'm not gonna go about it in any particular order, it's just gonna be my top fights. So I'm gonna break it down to anime and manga. Takamura versus Hawks. Takamura, this was his first world champion fight essentially, and the build up to it, we knew he was not in good. It was not a good healthy belt for him. He needed to starve to fit into the weigh-in, and Hawks was not a likable character. Him punching coach did not help. Him being the asshole that he is, didn't really help his situation, and he came to watch Takamura's pre-match fight with models and everything, the whole showmanship of it. I wanted Hawks to be beaten, and that was the first time in Takamura's career for a long time at that point that Takamura was quote-unquote the hero. Everybody was cheering for him because he came to the country, he spat in the faces of the people, and everybody was rooting for Takamura. Takamura won that fight, and the whole Kamogawa gym and everybody was behind him, the country, and then Takamura does what Takamura does best. Evil shit. He went about and it was Hawks was doing it wrong. I am supposed to be the villain here. Then Takamura's next fight for the next belt was with Eagle. This man was the picture of it. He was amazing. He was basically Ippo. And to me, Eagle is probably my favorite Takamura fight, in terms of the feeling and how clean it is. And even the skill of Eagle, his background, him being the Olympic champion, all these things, build up to the lore of Eagle. And Eagle as a character, you cannot hate him. He is a beautiful character. We've done a character analysis video, I'm gonna link it down below. But yeah, that was an amazing fight also. Now we have to talk about the Ippo Sendo fight. This is the perfect chance to take a pause. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can comment later. You can share after the video. But subscribe, enjoy. Both fights, I can't even pick between them. Probably the second one is my favorite one, but it's really close margins. So I would say that fight, especially in the first one where they built up the lore, there's this guy that's basically a copy of Ippo. He has 6 fights, 6 wins, 6 KOs, same as Ippo, and everybody wanted to see that fight, especially after the Rookie King. He was the Western Rookie King, Ippo was the Eastern Rookie King, and now for them to fight in the Rookie King championship of the entire country, this was something that the hype was built upon. We saw Sendo, he came to the place, and this dude was not joking around. He was essentially kind of a featherweight Takamura. Loved his fighting style, the hype of it, the fight itself, where they went there, and Sendo had amazing techniques, the smash, everything. He would have taken out Ippo if Ippo didn't see him spar with Takamura early on. Amazing fight. The second one, that's when Ippo unleashed the Dem-Zero on him, and at this point Sendo was champion. He has beaten Volg, he has beaten Seki that took Ippo I think was it 4 rounds. He took him out in 1 round. At this point, Sendo was a monster, and even the coach realized that this kid was a monster. Loved that fight. My 5th, I guess, since Ippo and Sendo, both of them are in my top 5. My 5th one that you're gonna probably be surprised, is Kimura versus Mashiba. Kimura versus Mashiba, it hit different. Because everybody thought this was gonna be a beatdown. Mashiba is just gonna steamroll Kimura, and everybody thought, okay, Kimura GG's is a wrap. This guy is called the Green Reaper. He's gonna destroy him. That was not the case. Kimura put up a good fight. He had was it jumping fishbowl or something like that, his attack, and he almost took down Mashiba. And from almost every other critic, you have to say that's Mashiba's only blemish on his record, because Kimura has no business taking him to, I believe, the final round. It was an amazing fight, and after that, Kimura never ascended to that kind of level again. That was the peak of Kimura, and I don't know. I love Kimura, but he has no business taking Mashiba to a high diff fight. Now, anime only, you can click off. We're going to manga spoilers. For the manga, I'm just gonna have 2. One is the Ippo Alfredo fight. This one was the pre-match before Ricardo, and everybody was expecting him after he beats Alfredo is going to go to Ricardo. Everybody thought it was just a routine fight. Ippo at this point, he has defeated all the champions of the Pacific Rim, and like we thought Ippo was the real deal and he was going to go steamroll this guy, even though we knew this guy has fought Ricardo, but he's lost against Ricardo, and we saw Ippo was the guy that's going to take down Ricardo. We knew Ippo lost against Ejidate, but we just thought that was a blimp. Like, that was before he got experience, and he's never going to lose again until he beat Ricardo. That was further from the truth. It could not be further from the truth. It really broke my heart. Like, the way the fight was going, and like, we saw him, he was losing, but we're like, this is a regular Ippo comeback hill. He's going to take this guy out, and he just kept on going, and Ippo lost. Like, it brought tears to my eyes. Like, that chapter, that arc, it was one of the most well-written arcs I've ever read, not just in Ippo, but in like manga. It was really good, like the emotional side of it, like everything. And after it, like the ramifications of what happened after, because that was the fight that essentially took out Ippo from the boxing ring. My second fight, again involving Alfredo, Sendo versus Alfredo. Like, the build up to it, because we know Sendo was gonna fight Ricardo, but he wanted to fight Alfredo first because he wanted to get revenge on the person that took down his best friend. And Ippo, he saw Ippo as a guy that has beaten him twice, so he felt it would be wrong for him to even challenge the champion if there's two people ahead of him, essentially, with Alfredo and Ippo. So he went back to take down Alfredo, not just for Ippo's sake, but for his own sake, to assert that he is the second challenger, like right behind Ricardo for the throne. And the fight was beautiful. We saw technique versus savagery. Then like the fight later on became savagery versus savagery, and like the build up to it, we went to Mexico. Like, the vibes of Mexico was crazy. Ippo was there, he was watching it, everything. Like, it was an immaculate fight. The build up to it also, with Sendo having the epithet the Mexican killer, phenomenal. Yeah, but yeah, that has been my top 5-ish, I would say top 7 favorite Ippo fights, both anime and manga. Don't forget to let me know which one is yours. Like, comment, share, subscribe, thumbs up.